Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you are new. So in today's video, I'm going to be finally wrapping all of my presents that I bought for my family and friends. I wait until a couple days before to wrap my kids' presents just so they don't find it, because I do wrap their presents in Santa paper. So I just want to make sure that they don't find that. But I am going to be wrapping friends and family's gifts today. I'm also going to be doing a little Q&A. I'll probably just do a voiceover and then talk about like some other things as well. So I hope that you guys enjoy. If you do while you're watching, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. But let's go ahead and get into the wrapping presents. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to put my hair up so it's out of my face and out of the way. My hair has gotten so long since I had a baby and I like it, but it's definitely time for a haircut. So I've been keeping my Christmas presents in this tub here, out and away from the kids and away from everyone else, because I've had a lot of people at my house lately for like Thanksgiving and then birthday parties and all that stuff. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I got a bunch of like bags and boxes, and I also got a few things at Walmart. I hate wrapping presents. It's literally the bane of my existence, which you'll see at the end whenever I have to wrap a couple. I'm not good at it. I have tried time and time again to, watch videos of how to do it, and I'm not good at it. It's one of the things that I'm not good at. I'm good at a lot of things, but wrapping presents is definitely not one of them. So I just like to go to the Dollar Tree and pick up some bags, and then usually go to Walmart as well. So another thing I wanted to mention, I know that Dollar Tree has like upped all of their prices this year. Everything's like $1.25 or something. And then they have their plus section as well. But when I was going shopping for these bags, I actually went to Walmart first because I thought that I had seen like 97-cent bags. But apparently I was wrong, or they were out by the time I got there. But I got these bags like before Thanksgiving. So I don't know. I did not find any bags that were less than $2. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go to the Dollar Tree then. And that is where I landed with bags. Also, I feel like I didn't have as many bags this year because I made a rash decision to not buy for every single person. So like last year I bought for like grandma, and then I bought for grandpa, and then I bought for, just separate people. So grandparents this year, I just decided to do one present for each set of grandparents. So that saved on kind of a lot of money actually, instead of buying for separate people. But I also did have a few extra people to buy for this year. So I probably spent the same amount of money, but I really did try to stick with like $10 for each person. I like to give myself a budget and kind of stick to it. I do tend to spend a little bit more money on my dad because, he's my dad. So, I feel like it's okay. And then me and my husband decided this year that we were not buying for each other. We, have 3 kids this time. So we're kind of trying to juggle that. And then we just bought a house, and we just had a lot of like big financial things happen this year. So we just decided let's not buy for each other, and then we'll just plan something to do something like later in the year. We usually just spend our anniversary somewhere together. Our anniversary is in May, so we usually like to go away on a little like getaway or something. So we'll just do that again this year instead of buying Christmas presents for each other, which I'm okay with because I don't know, gift giving is like my favorite thing to do. But if I find something that I feel like my husband will like throughout the year, I'll just go ahead and pick it up for him. So anyway, we just decided to not get Christmas presents for each other this year. So, okay, I wanted to give you guys a few tips as far as, as you're wrapping. So if you can see there in the corner, I have a little Walmart bag, full of trash. I am just putting trash in that bag as I go. Also, whenever I wrap presents, I have this little container here that I like to keep like all of my supplies in. So I have a stapler, a 1-hole punch, a tape dispenser, which I got at the Dollar Tree. That's been really helpful. And then I keep like all my bows and everything in that one container. So I know that plastic container is all of my wrapping supplies. Also, if you're wanting to know in detail what I got each person, be sure and check out what I got my family for Christmas, that video. I also share what I got my kids and some stocking stuffers. So if you've not watched that, definitely check out the playlist down below because it has everything in there. I will also link my previous year's holiday playlist. So if you're needing some more inspiration on what to get, or even just if you just want to hang out with me and wrap presents with me, then I'll link all those playlists down below for you. So I had posted a couple weeks ago on my community tab that I was going to be filming a Q&A. So I left you guys an invitation to ask me any questions that you wanted on any sort of topic. I am an open book. So I wanted to go ahead and do that now. There was only a few questions, but I did want to go ahead and answer them. So the first question was, how is breastfeeding going? So I am still breastfeeding. I am about 3 months postpartum, and it's going really well. So I just feed her on demand. I don't keep her like on a schedule whenever we're home together. She definitely lets me know when she's hungry. But when I'm at work, I do have to pump every 3 hours. I just make sure that I stay on that schedule. She might eat every 4 or 5 hours when she's not with me, but in order to keep up on my supply, I do pump every 3 hours. And then my mother-in-law, which is who's keeping her when I'm at work, she feeds her every 3 to 4 hours. Since she's not with me, she's not able to like feed on demand. So yeah, but breastfeeding is going really well. I don't have any plans on stopping anytime soon. I actually breastfed my daughter. She's almost 5. I breastfed her until she was 6 months old, and the day she turned 6 months old, I was like, I'm done. I want my body back, and that's where that landed. But she was not as a good a feeder as Rylea is. I actually had to use a shield with her, and she just never was able to latch the way that you're supposed to. But Rylea has been a champ since the second she was born. So yeah, I don't have any plans on stopping anytime soon, but we'll just have to kind of play it by ear and see what happens. I will be going back to work full-time in January, so my thoughts might change a little bit because I absolutely hate pumping. I just do not like it. It's painful and it's time consuming, and it's not a good time. So I don't know. We might have to see what happens in January, but as of right now, breastfeeding is going really well.
Having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me, with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir perform.
Next question is, what kind of car did I get? So I actually bought a 2007 Chevy Uplander. I just found it on Facebook. It was within our price range, and I paid for it with cash, which I'm really proud of because we worked so hard to save that money. We live in southern Missouri, so things are a lot cheaper around here, but it had 131,000 miles on it, and I paid $4,000 for it. So it's nothing fancy. It's, it gets me from point A to point B. I trust it to take it pretty much anywhere, and my kids love it because there's a ton of space. There's a DVD player in there so they can watch TV whenever they're in the car. And yeah, I mean, I'm not in love with it, but I do like it, and I'm appreciative of it because it is paid off. We paid for it in cash, and it gets me from point A to point B, and that is really all that matters in my life right now, and to make sure that my kids can ride comfortably.
We can follow the moonlight till we reach a place we can stay. Maybe kiss a bit and dream away. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause 'cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe.
Okay, next question. Someone asked if I want another baby, and my answer is absolutely not. I've heard from multiple people that are done having kids that once you have your last baby, you know. And it's kind of funny because my entire pregnancy, I was like, 3 kids is ideal, but if God wants me to have a 4th baby, then I'm okay with it. But when I was having her in the hospital, the entire time I was in labor, I kept telling my husband, I was like, this is it. This is our last baby. I was so sad. Like, the whole process, I was just so sad that it was the last time that I was going to be doing this. And then as soon as I had her in my arms, I was like, yes, our family is complete. She was that missing piece, and I am so happy with our little family that we've built together, and another baby is definitely not in our future. I am not taking birth control. My husband is going to be getting a vasectomy hopefully soon. But birth control just like destroyed my body. I was on it for over 10 years and it caused a lot of problems. So I will not be getting back on birth control, but we are using protective measures. Use your imagination, but we are doing everything that we possibly can to not have another baby. So the same person asked another question. It was what my favorite holiday movie is. My absolute favorite holiday movie is Elf, but I also wanted to give you a couple more because I love Christmas movies, and Christmas is definitely my favorite time of year. So my second favorite is the Jim Carrey version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And then my third favorite is actually, every time I say this, there's a lot of people that are like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but it's I'll Be Home for Christmas. It's a Jonathan Taylor Thomas movie, and it's on Disney Plus, and I watch that every year. The first time I watched it, I was in choir, and it's been like one of my favorite movies ever since. So yeah, those are my 3 favorite holiday movies. Let me know down below what your favorite holiday movie is. So really quickly, while I am wrapping up these school pictures, so this is an awesome gift for grandparents or aunts and uncles if you're close with them, or even like your own siblings. I've been giving school pictures as gifts, ever since Liam started school, and then now Brystal's in school this year too. So what I did the very first year that Liam was in school, I got his school picture, and then I got frames for them as well, so that grandparents didn't have to worry about that. They could literally just take it out of the package and then put it on, their shelf or the wall or wherever they wanted to put it. And I did the same for Brystal this year. I got everyone frames, and I always write on the back, Brystal pre-K 2022. That's what I was writing on all of them. So then the next year, whenever Brystal and Liam both have school pictures, I will just gift the actual picture, and then they can just add it to the frame that they already have, and then they can have all their school pictures from the time that they started school until they graduate, and it'll just be all in the same photo frame. That's what my grandparents did for me, and then whenever I graduated, I was able to see the school progression of just growing up, and it was really cool. So I wanted to do that for the grandparents as well, and they always love it. Also, I talked about this in what I got my family for Christmas, but I made calendars for everyone, for the grandparents, with just pictures that we had used like throughout the year that I'd taken and posted on Facebook and whatnot. So they always love the calendars, and honestly, it's really not that expensive. I bought them before Black Friday, so they were about $12, but on Black Friday, I saw that they were on sale for $10 at Walmart. Now, Vistaprint has calendars that are a lot more customizable, and honestly, they're a lot cuter, but they are a lot more expensive. So I just love getting mine at Walmart. So I wanted to also talk about what I'm doing here. This is a gift for 3 kids. It's actually Mario Party. It was a Nintendo Switch game, and it was kind of expensive, so I was not about to get like more than one game for these kids. So I just put the game into a little envelope, and then I'm using saran wrap to wrap it up, and I'm basically putting like a little piece of paper on the wrap, and I'm just saying, you know, this is so-and-so's turn. This is so-and-so's turn. This person goes first. So that whenever they unwrap it, they can get to that person and then they can switch off. And the other person has their turn to be able to help unwrap it. So that's what I'm doing here. I was going to do boxes, but I just could not get my hands on boxes that would like fit together, if that makes sense. So I didn't do that. I'm just going to do the saran wrap thing. And these kids are really appreciative of anything that they get anyway, so I know that it's not going to be a problem. But if you're needing, you know, just like an idea of what to get for like a bunch of kids, then I feel like this is going to work really well. So the last question that I got was, how does me and my spouse deal with disagreements or arguments? So me and my husband have been together for 13 years. We got together, I was 15, he was 16, and we've been through a lot together. So we know each other really well. And I am the type of person that if there's conflict, I need to talk about it. And my husband is someone that will avoid a conversation for as long as possible, but he also knows that I need to talk about things. We need to talk through it. So I have learned from after 13 years that I just need to give him his space for a little bit, and then we can come back and talk about it whenever he's cooled off and calmed down. Sometimes that's an hour, sometimes it's a few days, depending on what we're arguing about. But honestly, we don't argue that much. We have a lot of laughter in our marriage, and we make each other laugh all the time, and we get along really well. So yeah, we just give each other our space, and then whenever it's time to talk about it, then we talk about it. So if you have been watching like the wrapping paper and the style of the bags and stuff that I've bought, you can definitely tell that I like a certain aesthetic. I like the red and green and gold and like the brown and just like more rustic looking presents. And I try to go with a theme every year. Dollar Tree was very picked over this year, but here's what everything looks like when it all came together. I'm really happy with it, and I think everything looks so cute. Okay, so that was going to be it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If this was your first time watching my channel, I hope that you will stick around and subscribe. Also, I have a whole playlist down below of 2022 holiday festivities. I've also been doing this for about 3 years, so if you need some more inspiration or some more gift ideas, go ahead and check out my other years of playlists. But hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. Other than that, I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.